The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
Streamlight is a proud sponsor of Wardens. Heroes trust Streamlight. Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors.
I actually thought it would take me a lot longer to get one, but this has been pretty fun.
It is changing competitive tournament fishing as we speak.
Get in the boat! Get in the boat!
Do you know why I'm asking all these questions?
Probably think we're doing something illegal.
No, I'm just kind of curious why you're walking through the woods right now with a loaded firearm and no orange on.
The state of Michigan sells more than 1 million deer hunting licenses most years and is typically among the top 3 states nationally in deer licenses sold. However, the Great Lakes state also offers many other outdoor hunting activities to both residents and non-residents. In an effort to bring attention to the state's wide assortment of hunting opportunities, as well as to raise money for wildlife management in the state, hunters can apply to win the Pure Michigan Hunt. The most coveted tag that's included in the Pure Michigan Hunt prize package is almost certainly the elk tag.
Elk management is just such a unique opportunity in Michigan because we have them here, but they're really not throughout the state. They're really kind of centered in this area. They're a very highly managed population, and they're just so unique for this area, and people are so passionate about them. 2018
marks the 100th anniversary of Michigan's current elk herd. After the native herd disappeared in the late 1800s, elk were reintroduced in 1918 when 7 animals were released in the northern Lower Peninsula. As the herd grew, so did the area that they occupy. Michigan strives for a population of 500 to 900 elk and uses hunting seasons to control the population and distribution. In 2017, the Michigan DNR estimated the state's elk herd at 1,200 animals.
We want to keep it within that range because we know above that range we get impacts to the landscape, and below that range we get less opportunities for viewing.
Michigan has nearly 1 million registered boats, third most in the country, and the state boasts more than 11,000 inland lakes in addition to bordering 4 of the 5 Great Lakes.
Boating in Michigan is really second to none. We have the longest freshwater coastline in the U.S. We have over 1,300 boating access sites for a lot of different boating styles. Your yachts on the Great Lakes to your sailboats on the Great Lakes and larger inland lakes, down to your canoes, kayaks.
The state as a whole is approximately 96,000 square miles in size, and over 41% of that area is covered by water. In Michigan's District 3, conservation officers Andrea Ehret and Andrea Albert are on marine patrol during a busy summer weekend.
It's the Venetian Festival, so that's our busiest week altogether for boating in Charlevoix County. You get a lot of inexperienced boaters and rental boats, so you make sure and check for lights.
Okay.
All right, Donna.
I know it's your dinghy, right? Is it your dinghy?
Yeah.
Do you have it registered?
Yeah, what?
Okay. Oh my goodness, you do have life jackets in there.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Impressive. Yeah, we're just on Sea Dock.
You're just on what?
We're just on Sea Dock.
Sea Dock? Okay. All right. Where are you guys out of? What state?
Canadian.
You're Canadian? Oh. Sault Ste. Marie?
Oh, you're Canadian.
Okay. All right.
You guys don't have to register those, do you?
In Canada?
Your little.
Oh, not this size.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we're on a 35 footer. That has to be registered.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we were checking.
The The Canadian province of Ontario does not require registration for pleasure crafts using motors less than 10 horsepower. Michigan conservation officers generally honor this regulation.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having a life jacket with you. That's great. Yeah. Appreciate it.
In Michigan, obtaining an elk hunting license requires one of two things: patience or luck. In 2017, 40,000 hunters entered the drawing for an opportunity to purchase one of 200 available licenses. 100 of these licenses are valid for the early season, which starts during the last week of August. In District 3, elk hunter Michelle Ketchum has downed a bull and needs to have her elk checked by a biologist from the state.
I'm just going to cut a tooth out.
Okay.
Right here. But I wanted to get the mouth so I can look at his teeth back in here so I can kind of estimate the age.
It's been exciting. He's a nice 6x6. Said it's pretty typical of the Michigan bulls. And pretty proud of him. Saying about 6.5 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling him. Now the lab will dissect the tooth that we took, and they will be able to give you an accurate age.
Okay.
They'll give you the real age. I'm giving you my guess.
It's a field estimate.
Right.
So, okay.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's awesome.
He's beautiful.
Michelle Ketchum had a license to hunt elk because she won the Pure Michigan Hunt. This contest has been held annually since 2009 and is open to anyone, including Michigan residents and non-residents, for an unlimited number of entries for $5 per application.
If you are a chosen winner, actually our wildlife division chief calls you on the phone to tell you you're a winner, and many times they don't believe him. They don't believe that it's really him or that someone, is pretending to be him. It's pretty funny. They figure their buddy's up to it or something like that. So they are astounded to be a winner.
Well, I've put in for this for every year since it started, and I usually only apply once each year. So I was pretty surprised that I was chosen. And it's been a busy year. Well, it's going to be a busy fall.
3 winners are chosen, and all 3 receive a variety of Michigan hunting licenses, though non-residents are not eligible for the elk tag.
Any elk, bear, spring and fall turkey, antlerless deer, and then you get first pick opening morning at a managed waterfowl hunt area. So these are unique licenses because with the elk, for instance, you can hunt in either hunt period. You could choose to hunt early and maybe just get choosy, just take your pick, if you will. And then in December, you could harvest, where a normal license, you're assigned either the early hunt or the late hunt.
Besides getting hunting licenses, Pure Michigan Hunt winners receive a wide assortment of hunting gear and other perks valued at over $4,000.
When those winners are awarded, we tell them, bring a truck, bring a trailer. They're bringing home all sorts of gear.
Pure Michigan Hunt has been amazing. Did turkey hunting in the spring, came here elk hunting, saw a bunch of them in the field early in the morning, and none of those really looked like shooters. So then we spotted 4 more moving over on the other side and kind of stalked them for a little bit. Made 2 shots and he started wobbling and fell.
Michigan's Pure Michigan Hunt prices do not include any fishing licenses. Regardless, the state offers tremendous opportunities for anglers with more than 11,000 inland lakes and over 36,000 miles of rivers and streams. Michigan offers anglers an opportunity at over 150 species, and one of the most popular is bass.
Get in the boat! Get in the boat!
To take advantage of this opportunity, Outdoor Channel's Major League Fishing descended on eastern Michigan for one of their episodes. Major League Fishing has set the gold standard for keeping fish healthy when it comes to tournament fishing.
It is changing competitive tournament fishing as we speak.
Each fish that was caught during filming for this episode of Major League Fishing benefited by not being out of the water for an extended period of time.
1 pound, 9 ounces. That'll work, baby. Oh, man.
It's a cool deal. I mean, your traditional tournaments, you catch them, you live well them, and then you bring them in and you weigh them and then you release them. And, it puts a lot of stress on the fish doing that. They get bounced around and it's not good oxygen in the water. And then we take them out of the water, hold them up, and, the fish are going through a lot of issues throughout that day. And this deal with Major League Fishing, it's a strictly, you catch it, and it goes right back in the water.
115.
All right, let's catch us another one. Catch us another one more.
I don't know a bass fishing tournament angler that doesn't want the fish they capture to survive, because that's their hobby. That's what they love to do. They want to go back out and catch that 5-pounder, 6-pounder. If it dies, they don't have that opportunity. Or some kid who's fishing doesn't have that opportunity.
In addition to weighing the fish quickly and returning them to the water, Major League Fishing anglers must abide by other specific rules or risk-facing penalties during a tournament.
We don't chunk them in the water. We kneel down, release them below the gunnel. If we don't do that, then we get a penalty.
I don't care what tournament it is and how well you take care of the fish, there always seems to be some fish that do die. And we're to the point now where we've had enough. We can't do that anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Good one, stay on, baby, stay on. Stay on! Yeah, yes. Yes!
These bass anglers, they just want good populations of bass. And the best way to do that is to maintain the population through reducing harvest or mortality.
Get in the boat, get in the boat! Oh, I knew it, baby, I knew it. I knew there'd be one up in the back of this stuff.
Michigan's firearm deer season opens on November 15th each year and runs through November 30th. It's the most heavily patrolled time of the year for the state's 250 conservation officers, who look forward to the increase in activity. In Michigan's District 4, Officer Mike Wells is on the lookout for hunters not wearing hunter's orange and other obvious violations.
We're always out on patrol. We're always checking deer hunters. Hopefully when this fog breaks, we'll be able to do some field checks, see if we can see anybody dragging some deer in from the field, and just do basic checks and check licenses and everything else and make sure that everybody that's out in the woods is not only having fun but being legal while they're doing it.
As a conservation officer, we are constantly on patrol, especially during the busy times of the year. Firearm deer season being one of them. We probably make more contacts in that 2-week period than we do during any other season. As we patrol around, we make contacts with hunters coming out of the woods, going into the woods. We make contacts with hunters at gas stations. Any place that they may be, we run into them.
Go ahead and lock that back up, sir, if you could. How'd you get through the fog this morning? The fog's really hampering the hunting. Yeah. I worked the middle zone of the county yesterday and it was thick down there. It was really thick. I mean, it really hampered, visibility and distance and really hampered the number of shots I normally hear on the opening day.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Okay, guys, you're all set. Good luck this evening, okay? Okay, that looks good. Okay, that looks good. Appreciate that, guys.
During Officer Wells' morning patrol, he did not encounter or observe any violations. In addition to driving the roads of his district to talk to hunters, CO Wells also likes to get a feel for what's going on in his area by visiting some of the local deer processors.
Every once in a while when we do inspections on processors, we do come across violations. We come across violations of unvalidated deer tags, violations of the improper tag actually put on the deer. I actually had a situation several years ago where a guy tagged his deer with his fishing license. So it does happen. People do make mistakes, and there's also those times where people intentionally make mistakes. Now, we're not out to get everybody that just made a mistake. We're out looking for those people that have intention to violate the law.
Even though the sun is set, Officer Wells is still on patrol. As he headed to another call, he came across 2 hunters in the road.
Do you know why I'm asking all these questions?
Probably think we're doing something illegal.
No, I'm just kind of curious why you're walking through the woods right now with a loaded firearm and no orange on.
During marine patrols, Michigan conservation officers are on the lookout for a variety of things as they try to make sure those whom they observe and contact are enjoying the resources legally and safely. In District 3, conservation officers Andrea Arendt and Andrea Albert have spotted a minor on a personal watercraft without a life jacket.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, on the Jet ski? Hi, conservation officers. The reason we're stopping you is this young man needs a life jacket on.
The boy's mother tells the officers that the life jacket is on the boat next to them and that they were on their way to retrieve it.
Okay, we're gonna come up alongside you there, okay? All right. You cannot have him on this vessel without it, period. Yeah, did you have your lanyard hooked up? Either?
Yes.
You did, okay. You did have that. You had it hooked in. Okay, just go ahead and hold on to it for me.
In addition to the minor not wearing a life jacket, the personal watercraft does not have an up-to-date registration sticker.
Okay. Well, I believe what she's writing a ticket for is for the life jacket. That's our biggest concern.
Do you need them to bring him a life jacket to go there?
Yeah.
Officers Eric and Albert are assisted by 2 Charlevoix Sheriff's Department deputies in retrieving a life jacket for the minor.
Is this one yours?
This one.
Well, it's a civil infraction, so it's not a misdemeanor, it's just a civil infraction.
All right, what I did is we gave you a break and we warned you for not having your certificate of registration or tags on board.
Okay.
And just wrote you for fail to provide the proper life preserver for your passenger on the personal watercraft.
Okay.
All right, have a nice day. Take care.
In this case, the court-ordered fine was $60.
Do you know why I'm asking all these questions?
Probably think we're doing something illegal.
No, I'm just kind of curious why you're walking through the woods right now with a loaded firearm and no orange on.
In Michigan's District 4, Officer Mike Wells has come across a hunter who was not wearing any blaze orange while tracking his deer. Hunter orange must be worn by all hunters during firearm deer season. The orange must be on a cap, hat, vest, jacket, or rain gear, and must be a hunter's outermost garment and must be visible from all sides of the hunter.
So basically what happened was is you shot the deer out of your blind and you got down out of your blind and started tracking it.
I went
and
to
you
see
took
if
the
I-
long travel all the way over here.
I did. I walked through the swamp and,
And you're telling me that your orange is back in the blind.
well, what I got,
Well, what do you got?
a hat.
Well, that would be legal.
Oh.
The problem is you're walking through the woods right now with a loaded firearm and you don't have any orange on.
If you're walking across property without orange on, somebody may unfortunately misidentify you, and we could have a very tragic ending to that.
What would you do right now if you found the deer? Because it's obvious to me you probably were in stand without your licenses.
Yeah, my license is at home in Wall.
When I asked him for his license, he was unable to produce it. He did not have a license on him. At that time, he did admit, I asked him where his licenses were at. He stated that they were back at his house.
Even though you're on your property, you still have to have your licenses on your person. They got to be on your body. Because if you're tracking this way and you find this deer, what are you going to do? I mean, you don't have a tag to tag it.
I don't have the tag.
So if you decide to start dragging it without a tag, now it goes to an untagged deer.
Poaching, yeah.
Well, that's not poaching. I'm not going to call that poaching. That's an untagged deer. Poaching is when you shoot the deer and you didn't have a license to do it in the first place. You know, if you got a license, you just didn't have it on you, it doesn't mean you're out there trying to kill deer illegally. It's just you made a mistake and left the license at home.
I asked him if there was anybody home that could possibly bring his license out to the location. And he did confirm his wife was home. He made a call there and she brought out a single license.
So do you think there's a chance you're going to find this deer tonight, or do you think it's pretty well, did you have any blood at all?
I think it was a miss.
You think it was a miss?
I don't.
Okay.
Upon inspection of that license, it was an antlerless permit for outside the actual area that he was hunting at.
Okay, there's your driver's license back, and there are your deer licenses. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write you a citation for hunting deer without license. Okay, you've been decent with me. Okay.
I'm not lying.
So-
No, I'm not lying. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're not. You're not. You're not.
I screwed up bad.
You had deer licenses back. That was just like you said. You just made a mistake and got the wrong ones. Okay.
The hunter had an antlerless tag for a different county altogether, not for the land he was on when C.O. Wells found him blood trailing a deer.
The majority of the people we deal with are good folks, and we catch them at a bad time. We catch them because they had a tough deer season, and maybe they didn't draw an antlerless permit and they shot an antlerless deer because they wanted to meat. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're hardcore criminals or anything else like that.
What I did is I issued you a single charge for firearms to hunt deer, no license, okay? I circled MISD, which stands for misdemeanor, okay, under that charge. There's one right below here that says violation of hunter's orange, but I circled WARN, which stands for warning, okay? So I'm just letting the magistrate know that there was something else here I gave you a break for tonight.
In this case, for hunting without a license, the court-ordered fine was $250.
When conservation officers are out patrolling, the majority of our contacts that we make are persons that are legal. They're just out enjoying the day. They're out hunting. I'm a deer hunter myself. I really enjoy talking to people that have the same interests that I have. And I think to a certain degree, the honest people that are out there, when they see the conservation officer on patrol and they make contact with him, it makes them feel a little bit safer. Not only that, it keeps those people that may be thinking about possibly violating the law, it keeps them on the right side of the line.
Okay guys, well, good luck.